What's up, guys? Disclosure Artist here. And one of the issues I've run into driving in this city um, are the foreign passengers that I cannot communicate with. Now, it'll be the devil who came to Earth and mixed up all of man's languages so no one could understand each other. But there'll be a moment when I know energetically I'm resonating with somebody and I really want to relay a story to them, but they just simply don't speak a lick of English and I don't speak a word of whatever language it is they speak. And it's just the most elementary roadblock that I've taken it upon myself to try to overcome. Um, there are hundreds of different languages that I encounter on a daily basis um, that speak a little bit of English, but it's only really three main groups of people that when I do encounter them, it's not that all of them don't speak any English, it's that the ones that don't speak any English at all are usually of three different language speakers. I'm trying to say this correctly. Um, so again, I'll encounter many different people who speak many different languages, and they almost always speak a little bit of English to the point where I can communicate with them. But then there will be certain groups of people that don't speak any English at all, I can't communicate with whatsoever, and they are always either Spanish, Russian, or Chinese speakers. So if I'm driving by an area and I happen to pass a place where something happened, first, what I want to do is I want to establish that it is in fact the language that I think it is that they're speaking, because more often than not, it'll be close and I'll ask and it'll be incorrect. So that's why I want to establish that first and foremost, that they are speaking the language that I'm about to speak to them in. So I'll say, hello, how are you? Do you speak Spanish, Russian, English, etc.? Um, Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Hablas inglés? At that point, Привет, как дела? Ты говоришь по-русски? I'll ask them. Ni hao ma. Ni hui shi shengzhuang ma. If they reply in the affirmative, I can move forward. At which point I will ask them if they want to see something or if they want to hear something or know something crazy. And if it just becomes too difficult to say, I'll just unplug it altogether and just have it say it in robot voice so that they can just understand what I'm trying to say to them.
¿Quieres saber algo loco?
I mean, in that case, it's not too difficult.
Хочешь узнать что-нибудь сумасшедшее?你想知道一些疯狂的事情吗？
As you can see, I have my translator right here, because there's no reason in missing out and making a human connection simply because we just can't understand each other. That's garbage. If again they reply in the affirmative, I'll continue and I'll say, myself and two other people saw a UFO over there. Or, my Uber passenger and I saw a UFO up here. I'll tell them it was a green vapor trail followed by your classic silver flying saucer. I'll tell them it was a giant black triangle with 3 white lights on the bottom of each corner. I'll tell them it was only 20 feet away, parked right over the guardrail. I'll tell them it was completely noiseless and windless. I'll tell them it flew away very slowly like an air hockey puck starts to coast or drift by itself when you first put a quarter in the machine. notice I'm using very specific description because I want to convey exactly what it is I'm trying to say. I'll tell them it was amazing because it was. And of course, the bigger implication is that they walk amongst us. When they start bombarding me with fascination and their responses, perhaps delight because I'm speaking to them in their native tongue, I'll immediately not have any clue what they're saying, and I'll say, I'm sorry, my language skills are limited to discussing the paranormal. Then I'll tell them to have an excellent life and God bless. So, this is one way that we can continue to reach out to people. That's all for now. Take care.